This exercise program is suitable for most people, however it should not replace a supervised exercise program. Please consult your doctor before commencing an exercise program. Stop exercising immediately if you experience one or more of the following: chest pain, shortness of breath, nausea, dizziness, or severe pain. If at any time during this program you feel discomfort, strain, numbness, or tingling in your arms or legs, gently come out of the posture. You can rest at any time during this program. It is important in exercise that you listen to your body and respect its limits on any given day. As is the case with any physical activity, the risk of injury, even serious or disabling, is always present and cannot be entirely eliminated. You assume full responsibility for any and all damages which may occur through participation. The producers and distributors disclaim any liability or loss, personal or otherwise, resulting from procedures in this program.
Hi everyone, this is a stretching class focusing on the neck and upper body to give you some relief if you've been sitting at the computer at home doing lots of work. So we'll start, as we often do, with our jaw and move our way down the body. So if you have done one of my stretching classes before, you will know that we tend to hold our stretches for an extended period of time, a minimum of 30 seconds, and often we're holding them for up to 2 minutes. So at any point in the video that you feel like you need to be holding a stretch for longer than I have done it, then please just pause the video and hold it until you feel like you get some relief from that stretch. The level that you're going to take the stretches to will only ever be a 6, possibly a 7 out of 10. If it's more uncomfortable than that, then please back it off or listen to my prompts and adjust the stretch in some way so that you can relax, that you can breathe through it, and you can achieve that lengthening and the bringing the stretch to be more comfortable rather than holding your breath and just hoping that we move on soon. So please, really, if anything is really uncomfortable or painful, you need to stop the stretch. So we will start with the jaw. I'm going to turn side on so you can see where I use my fingers to assist with the stretch. We're going to open our jaw as wide as we possibly can for 3 lots of 10 seconds, and you have the option to use the fingers to lift up this temporalis muscle, which is our most distant from the jaw muscle. So I'll turn side on so you can get a better view. The muscle fans out around the ears. So if you push your fingertips in and then do a bit of a chewing action, you should feel the muscle kind of bulge under your fingers. So let's push into that muscle, but then kind of drive up once you've got the muscle compressed. So pushing in, pushing up. Keep your chin tucked in. Make sure that you're not poking your chin forwards as we do it. And let's go ahead and open our mouth as wide as we slightly uncomfortably can. And gently releasing. I'm going to keep my fingers down now so you can see me better, but you can do this action each time. So as you feel it start to soften as you're holding your mouth open, then see if you can open slightly wider. But again, we're not looking for intense pain. It's often very stiff and quite uncomfortable around these. There's a muscle here, right under my fingers, and then they're deep in at near the back of your teeth as well. So you might feel it in both of those areas. So let's go ahead and do 2 more of those, opening as wide as we can. closing if you need to swallow. And then for the third one, again, you can still have the fingers, but you can also stick your tongue out as far as you can as well as you're opening your mouth, and you'll find that that intensifies it a bit as well. So let's go ahead and do another 10 seconds. And gently close. But if you still feel like that's quite tight, then you might go ahead and do another couple of repetitions until that feels like it starts to soften. So now let's make sure that our shoulders stay even with this neck stretch and that we don't tip one way or the other. We're going to let our ear drop down to our shoulder, place our hand against our cheek, and without letting this shoulder move, I'm going to gently press my hand and my cheek together, only about 10% of my strength. And then as I carefully release that pressure, I see if gravity will allow me to drop another degree or so. Don't force it, just let your head release and see if gravity brings you down anymore. And then we're going to press them together again for about 10 seconds. And then carefully release, see if your neck can go any further. And again, pressing in for about 10 seconds, only 10% of your strength. And release and see if your ear will drop any closer to your shoulder. Now you might repeat that another 2 times if you need to, carefully bringing the neck back up. And then let's go over to the other side. Taking the hand up, let's gently press our cheek and our hand together. And release the pressure, see if your ear will drop. Try to keep your body as upright as you can sideways so that you're not slouching as you do it. You're not letting the shoulders round forwards. Try to sit with reasonably good posture and making sure it's a direct ear to shoulder, no rotation. So let's go ahead and do another one, gently pressing in. Releasing, seeing if gravity will let you come down any further. Press again. And releasing if that ear will come down any closer. Again, maybe repeat it another couple of times if you need to. You can pause the video. And then carefully bringing your neck back up. Let's turn and look 45-ish degrees. Again, don't let this shoulder lift up. Let's let our chin drop down. This hand can reach out, or you might tuck it into your lower back. And then your left hand can just rest on the top of the head. We're not pulling on our head. It's just let my chin drop, let my hand rest. And then from there, if I turn my eyes like I'm going to look up to the ceiling here, and then I let my face turn a little bit, you can play around with the angle that you are holding and turning so that you get a nice stretching sensation down here, diagonally down to the shoulder blade. We're not looking for a sensation that continues down the arm or into the hand. And keeping the chin tucked in. And then slowly coming up, releasing everything carefully, not coming out of it too quickly. Turning to look to the other side, chin comes down, fingers can reach, can rest in the lower back. Other hand comes up just to rest the weight of your hand on there. Again, you can play around with the angle a little bit, turning the eyes and turning the cheeks. Find which area needs to stretch for you. carefully coming up and releasing. So let's do a little bit of a shoulder roll. I'm just turning side on so you can see a little bit better. Really get the shoulders to come forwards, to come up, to come back, and to come down. So let's give a couple of rolls through there. And then we're going to round the back. I'm trying to pull my breastbone in and take my hands forward. And I'm going to take the back of my wrists together. I'm going to drop my head a little bit and pull my shoulder blades away from my spine. And then I'm going to come back and interlace my fingers, pull my knuckles down, wrap the shoulders open and try to lift and open through the front of my chest, pressing the breastbone up to the ceiling and then trying to breathe and kind of float my collarbones and my breastbone a little bit as I open this area using my breath. So I'm going to inhale and then carefully tuck my chin and exhale. And then bring my fingers back. Inhale to float the collarbones and breastbone. Tuck my chin and also keep your belly pulled in a little bit to support the back with both movements. Pull the shoulder blades away from the spine. Come back. Keep the belly in so that you're not getting a big arch in the lower back. It's just the upper back that you're trying to bend and opening through the front of the chest, not letting go through the belly. And you can go ahead and do that as many times as you feel like you need to until it doesn't feel quite as stiff in either direction. So then let's continue to open the front of the chest a little bit more. And we can take our fingers and find the bottom of your collarbones. Those that do this, my stretch class with me, will know this one quite well now. So find the bottom of your collarbones. Put one finger on one side, the thumb on the other, and then reinforce with the other hand. And what we're trying to do is hold on to all of this tight fascia under here and kind of pull it down a little bit. Then I'm going to keep my teeth together, very important, and I'm going to lengthen my chin up so that I have this stretching here, but it should not be uncomfortable in the back of the neck at all. You need to come out of it and reposition. There should be no compression in the back of the neck. So keep your teeth together. I can't because I'm still talking. Anchor here, stretch your chin up and away, but still try and stay open here. Don't collapse forwards. And you should be feeling it down the front of the neck and a little bit into this chest area as well. And then tuck your chin in very slowly and carefully as you come down. Let's stay on the right side of the collarbones. I can still feel my collarbone is right here where my fingers are resting underneath. I don't know how well you can see that. And now my line of pull, if you like, is down this way. I'm trying to pull the connective tissue this way as I stretch my chin up away from it. So I find this hand placement most comfortable, but you can do it however you like. Hold here, pull down, keep my teeth together, stretch up so that this is a unilateral stretch. It's stretching on one side. You can play around with where along, because the collarbone is this whole area. So you can play around with how close to the breastbone or further out to the shoulder. Where does it give you the best stretch? Again, maintain your shoulder posture. Don't let gravity start to bring you down. And then as you release to come out of it, always tuck the chin carefully And same thing on the other side. Find the collarbone, anchor, pull, keep your teeth together and up to the opposite side. Carefully tuck in as you come out. And again, it's holding it until it feels like it's released. Hold it until it feels a little bit better. So then to get a little bit of rotation through the back of the rib cage, if you're able to come down onto the ground, if you are not still sitting at your desk, we're going to take one hand and pass it through and allow the upper body to rotate. See if you can get your shoulder to come down and touch the ground and your head to rest on the ground. And if you are unable to, then you might find that you need to have a blanket or a bolster or a pillow or something that you can rest against so that your head isn't just hanging. You need the neck to be comfortable. So let's go ahead and thread the needle and allow that rotation to come all the way from the navel up through the body. This elbow will bend, resting down. Now if this is my left hand, my right hip wants to just push back over to the other side. And you should feel that increase the stretch slightly. I'm using this hand to gently press the ground away. I'm pushing this over, and then I'm going to take my breath to the back of my body and just find where my breath can help me with my stretch. Carefully pushing yourself back up away from the ground, and again, stay there longer if you need to, or maybe you'll repeat left and right again. So this time I'm taking my right hand through, rotating from the navel. So I keep my spine long, I rotate from belly up to shoulder, slide through, adjust my hand so I can gently push the ground, and I'm thinking about pushing this hip back towards the wall behind me. Taking my breath to help expand the rib cage where it's feeling a bit stiff and a bit stuck. One more breath. Carefully bringing yourself back up. Now, lying onto your side, we're going to use one arm to support the head. And we're going to take the other arm and we're going to windmill it up. We're going to let our rib cage and our arm drop backwards, but keep your pelvis pretty still. And let the arm come forwards and up. So it's around about here that you'll start to feel the stiffness. So slow down, we're looking for the stretch over the top of the pec here. And just go as slowly as you can in that area that feels a bit restricted. And you'll probably need to do at least 8 of these before you start to feel like it's lengthening and softening, and maybe you need to do a few more than 8 of those, however many you need to do to feel like you've got the benefit and the softening and the opening and the lengthening. So if you need to do a few more, maybe pause the video now so you can do as many as you need. And then when you're ready, come up and change over to the other side. Arm overhead, windmill coming up and over, finding all the restricted areas and coming forwards again. See if you can keep your breath flowing as you do it, checking in that you're not starting to hold your breath. And you might find that you need to do more of these on one side than the other to allow yourself to feel even or symmetrical, because you are likely to be tighter on one side than the other. So just listen to your body with how many you need to do. When you're ready, bringing yourself back up. And if you're doing these because you have been sitting at the desk working on the computer or sat on the couch working with your laptop, you're probably going to be pretty tight through the front of the hips as well. So I'm going to demonstrate the hip flexor stretch, and you can choose how long that you need to hold it for. So coming into kneeling, taking one foot up, keeping your head, shoulders and hips stacked over your knee. I want to tuck my tail down, which means I'm going to pull my belly in and up, and that's going to allow me to flatten my lower back. This is my right leg, so I'm going to squeeze my right glutes. I'm going to tighten them and clench them like I'm pushing forwards at this level, so I can try to open the front of the hip here. So usually just by flattening your back, tightening your glute and kind of thrusting forwards, that will often give you quite a big strong stretch. But if you need to add to it, you can take that same arm up and you can lean slightly towards the left, but this has got to be comfortable. No stiffness and soreness here. It means you haven't tucked enough. So really you need to hold this until it feels soft and lengthened, and that could be really quite a long time. So maybe you choose to repeat left and right a couple of times. Maybe you choose to stay here until it releases. You can also at the end drop into a deeper lunge before you change sides if you feel like you need to do that as well. Otherwise, turn into the other side. Tuck, tighten, lengthen through the side body. Rather than just putting your arm in the air, kind of really lengthen from here to the fingertips, and then take your little diagonal lean. Holding this again, minimum of 30 seconds. Please don't hold it for any less. But you can definitely hold it for longer. You might need to put a pillow under your knee, or some people find if you're doing this on a yoga or Pilates mat, then you've always got the option of rolling it up and giving yourself a bit of extra padding underneath to make it a bit more comfortable. So once you've taken your 30 plus seconds here, we'll finish just with a final chest opener. So if you have a foam roller, great. I'm using a half one tonight because a lot of people won't have these at home. So what you can do is just roll up a towel so it gives you some level of thickness that you can lie on. And you've got two choices here. You can lie on it full length, so the back of my pelvis will go at one end and my head will sit at the other, like so. Watch if you do have any abdominal separation that you kind of lie sideways first and roll back onto it, rather than just lying straight back down. So option number one is to lie full length on it and just take your arms out to the side. Now, often people will find that their chin will lift and their ribs will lift. So if that's the case, please use your tummy muscles and pull your ribs down and kind of lengthen the back of your neck and tuck your chin in. And if you can't, you might find you need a little bit of a small pillow or a rolled up towel under your head that you can grab to use next time. So this is option number one, just lying here until you feel softened and lengthened over the front of the chest. Or if you want a little bit more for the hips, that you can move the bolster or your towel up and have it sort of up around mid-thoracic spine, coming back down, and you can take the knees open for a bit more hip opening and then take the arms back out to the side. And just close down your eyes and let your breathing settle. Take a couple of nice long deep clearing breaths where each exhalation just kind of lets you open and soften a bit more through the front of the body. Allowing you to feel that opening and expansion through all the fascia in the front of the body, across the chest, through the front of the pelvis, but also having a sense like your body is becoming heavier and resting down onto the ground a bit more. Just letting go of the need to hold your body up. Just let gravity do all the work to stretch open the front of the body here. And you can stay lying here for as long as you need to, for as long as it's comfortable, and for as long as your body feels like it needs, until it starts to soften and relax. Making sure that when you do come back up, that you roll onto your side and push up, just to be gentle to the neck and to the tummy.